Let us begin in North Carolina. Chris, go ahead, please.
Yes, Mr. Savage. Long time listening. Look, this whole issue about Africans being less intelligent than Western whites or whatever. This is clearly garbage, sir. Why would you entertain this notion? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. What do you mean by entertain this notion? The man's a Nobel Prize winner. What do you mean by entertain a notion?
Proving it's quack science. It's nonsense, sir.
Wait a minute. Wait, let's start again. Which part of his background is quack science?
Hello?
Yeah, you said hello already.
No,
He won the Nobel Prize for his part in unraveling of DNA. Okay, so that's not the quack science that you're referring to, is it?
It is garbage, sir. It's nonsense. The dumbest...
Wait a minute, sir. Which part of his background is garbage? His winning the Nobel Prize, or what he's saying now about blacks?
For what he's saying about blacks, absolutely.
Well, let's focus on that then. So you're not denying that he won the Nobel Prize for his analysis of DNA?
I don't care about that.
Well, you should care about that. Otherwise, you sound like an idiot.
Sorry.
I mean, just because he offends you doesn't mean he's stupid, or that he's a quack.
Here you are, you're criticizing Ann Coulter for what she said, and you're going to turn around and make a...
Well, I didn't say it. Dr. Watson said it. What do you want from me? Take it up with him.
What? Why are you talking about it on your show?
Why shouldn't I talk about it? It's in the news. Shall I read you what he said?
The only one covering it.
Well, of course I'm the only one with the guts to cover it.
You're a racist.
I'm the only one with the brains enough to cover it. It's very easy to do talk radio and offend nobody. All you got to do is attack Democrats or Republicans and go home and collect your money. But why not deal with tough questions like this?
Very smart man. You know what you're doing. You're spreading propaganda. You need to stop it. Okay?
I'm spreading, maybe you're spreading hate and propaganda. Did you ever think of that?
Right, okay. Once you grow up, man, you know, and you want...
Well, maybe you're spreading hate and propaganda. If you can't reason, then what's the point of having a discussion? He did not say... You see, the problem is you're taking this personally. He did not say African Americans, by the way. He was talking about Africa.
He's just talking about blacks in general.
No, he is not talking about blacks in general. I'll read you what he said before you get mad at me, and I'm quoting him again. He said that he was inherently gloomy about the prospect of Africa because all of our social policies are based on the fact that their intelligence is the same as ours, whereas all the testing says not really.
Ours? What do you mean ours? What, whites, Jews?
Yes, that's right. He means people of European heritage.
So you mean generally blacks are generally less intelligent than whites?
Well, let's analyze. How do you evaluate intelligence? Let's start with that bigger question. How would you analyze it? How would you? I'll give you the floor. You tell me how you define intelligence. How would you judge intelligence?
Mr. Savage, I think if you grew up a little bit, I think...
Wait a minute, sir, please, don't try to talk down to me. You'll only make yourself sound, more idiotic than you already are. I'm asking you to answer a simple question. You're trying to show us you're very intelligent. So please, tell us, what are your parameters for judging intelligence? Is it testing? Is it something else? What is it? How would you gauge intelligence?
Okay, Hitler was a very intelligent man, sir. The man who created the atom bomb was extraordinarily intelligent. That didn't make them good people.
Well, now you're right. Now you're onto something else. That's exactly right. But you're mixing morality or ethics with intelligence. But you're not arguing that all Africans are inherently morally superior to Europeans, are you?
No, I'm not saying that. You're taking it to extremes, sir.
But you're trying to reason with me, and you may be over your head. What do you want me to do? Pretend that you're smarter than me in order to make you feel good? I've given you the opportunity to answer a simple question. Of course you're offended. I'd be offended also if I were an African American. But you have an opportunity to come on this show and tell America how you would gauge intelligence. By what standards do you measure intelligence? I'm asking you to describe it.
Grow up, sir. Mr. Savage, I'm 29 years old, but come on, man. You gotta grow up, man. This is just...
All you keep saying is grow up, which has no inherent meaning whatsoever. You haven't been able to answer the most basic question.
Right.
And I'm going to give you another opportunity. How do you gauge intelligence in your friends?
How do I gauge intelligence in my friends? I mean, this is just stupid. This is silly, sir. This is silly.
Well, you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing here, don't you? You're sounding very stupid. You're sounding stupider by the second. You can't even engage in a reasonable discussion. You're not doing a very good job to make your point, my friend, and I'm sorry to tell you, I've given you every opportunity to do so. But what do you want me to do? Lower my intelligence to below yours to give you a feeling of superiority? I'm not going to do it. Have a nice day. I'll be back. Dr. Watson has said other things, but I haven't heard anyone call and debate them. He said, where's the thing on gays, he said. He said a woman should have the right to abort her unborn child if tests could determine it would be homosexual. What do you think about that one? He says he refers more than once to his disdain for women turning men into girly men, which means men who don't have the courage to say anything. It's absurd. Sounds like our politicians, doesn't it? I think his statement on schizophrenia and Viagra is very interesting. He says that Viagra is fighting against evolution because if evolution has selected for erectile dysfunction disorder, it is to prevent older men fathering children. He suggests that men should store sperm at 15 to be used if they want to be fathers at 80. Here's another controversial statement. He talks of the horror and destruction of life that can arise from having a severely autistic child. And he hopes that by diagnosing autism early, we might prevent some autism-prone families from having subsequent children. So you say, well, that's eugenics. Well, no, if you want more autistic children, go ahead and have more of them. Maybe you could just keep breeding more and more autistic children, and more unintelligent children, more and more people who need to be taken care of by society until eventually we are no longer able to take care of ourselves because the society implodes. He said pretty interesting things that you don't hear about yet. You want to hear this one? He labels President Bush and Senator Bill Frist rich trash. Did you know that? Did you that he labeled President Bush and Senator Bill Frist rich trash? I mean, it's unbelievable. He hated them. He said he turned against the left wing and became a libertarian. He said because the left wing doesn't like genetics because genetics implies that sometimes in life we fail because we have bad genes. You hear this? He complains that the poorer classes are having more children than the richer, more intelligent classes. He says, I think now we're in a terrible situation where we should pay the rich people to have children. He says if we don't encourage procreation of wealthier citizens, IQ levels will most definitely fall. Well, hello, what do you want to say about that? He's a firm believer in eugenics, incidentally. He believes that Ashkenazi Jews, which are those are Jews descended from the medieval Jewish communities in the area of Germany, have higher intelligence than other people. He says, I've wondered why people aren't more intelligent. He said, why isn't everyone as intelligent as Ashkenazi Jews? And it may be that societies work best when there's a mixture of ability. The bright people would never be an army. This is interesting. He said all these. Doesn't mean you have to agree with it. But at least, you know, and you can even get mad at some of it, but you have to argue with it. He said, should you be allowed to make an anti-Semitic remark? He answered, yes, because some anti-Semitism is justified. Just like some anti-Irish feeling is justified. If you can't be criticized, it's very dangerous. You lose the concept of a free society. Hey, welcome to the unfree society. That's what World War II was fought over, free speech, and we've lost it. To a great extent, the mean-faced, clipped-haired women and the light and the loafers men have stolen our free speech.